pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die, it's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. How's everybody doing? I got some really cool stuff to show you, which we're going to preview. I'm actually going to preview stuff that I'm going to show with you guys tomorrow in the New York session. We trade the inflation data live. So gold, very, very classic Asia session up move. That is so crystal clear on our charts here in Think Capital. I'm using the Think Capital account to trade the CFD version of gold for us. Let me put the trade panel on here so you guys can actually see it. We want to trade. What is this? No, I want to. What's my presets? 5 by 50. No, I want my presets to be. I guess I want my presets to be 20 by 30. So, wait. I want to do this correctly. Hold on. 10 units. How does this work? Did they change everything around? Order. Oh, I want ticks. Oh, I want ticks. So I want, what? What the hell's going on? God, this is so screwed up. What's going on with this thing? Stop loss ticks. Exits. Take profit. No. Take profit is 20. And stop is 40. Oops, sorry. Let me see if I can set this up. They changed the interface on all of this completely. So I want, oh, what? I don't want to risk. I don't want to do this units. I want to do this in units. Okay. Jesus Christ. What an annoying thing. 10 profit, 40 ticks. Hopefully this is correct. Yeah, 14. All right, hopefully this is correct. I want to save this. Save order preset as a 20 by 40. because we want to trade 20 by 40 on all of our setups here. All right, hopefully this is going to work. $20 by 40, 20 by 40. All right, give it a shot. All right. Anyways, sorry, I got myself confused here, trying to get myself all organized on how to trade through TradingView. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. So I want to show you, obviously, the best setup that we have is the momentum setup. So what I have right now, for all of you guys looking, is I have the A1 setup. That's my bread and butter setup. I put the range at 500 ticks, which is basically $5 range, right? This is for the tick size for Think Capital, but if it's going to be for like regular futures ticks, it'd be 50 ticks. So just understand that this is kind of like 100 ticks. And my favorite trade of all in terms of all of this is we're hitting session highs on a neon green label. That's gives us lots of opportunity for like continuity into the highs, right? I love doing that. Unfortunately, a lot of that stuff happened earlier. So if we sort of replay from over here, you can totally see here's session highs, here's the green neon label. You buy that for 2-4, boom, boom, boom. You just keep buying it until it stops making session highs, right? The range contracts a little bit, so we're out of range, so it's not making boom. Fresh highs, fresh range. We would get long here at around 8. I think this one slips a little bit again. No, it continues actually. It continues forward. You make money. So slip again. Now we keep waiting for range. No range here. Come back up. And boom, fresh highs. Buy this one, buy that one. It just continues forward. That's the trades we want to make. We just didn't get a chance to make those trades in Asia session yet. However, we're challenging fresh highs over here. So if I get a neon green against the session highs, I definitely want to take it. So that's just a classic bread and butter trade that we're doing. Okay, let me kill the replay. Leave. Okay, that's not quite there. However, this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to show you what I think is a really, really good reversal trade as well. So there's like 2 ways to make money using this A1 setup against the the range constraint that we've put into our algo. So I'm using a relatively small 5-point range. I'm not even using a big range for Asia because that's enough. It's wide enough that I'm going to get continuity, but it's not so small that I'm just going to get chopped out. That's the bottom line. Like that's enough. I want the range overlay to be big enough so that I have high confidence is going to be continuity in the market. Because the reason why we want to have big range is because continuity follows big range, right? That's the sort of basic philosophical assumption that we make when we're trading, and that's obviously what has helped us trade as we go along, right? That's one way of trading, the continuity. Especially towards session highs, we love to take those fresh highs on continuity, great trades, right? However, there's also a really, really good secondary trade. Oh, we got a trade here. So where's my trade? Where's my trading thing? Okay, let's buy this. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, all right, fine. I bought this. Let's see if we get a continuity to the upside on this move here. So I have a $4 stop, $2 target. Let's see if it goes to fresh highs on gold. Gold obviously just running fresh highs. May have exhausted itself, but that's fine. Remember, there was like 6 or 7 winning trades prior to this. So I'm coming in very late in the cycle, but I want to show you the concept. And then after this trade either plays out or doesn't play out, I'm going to show you a really, really interesting way to trade reversals with very, very high probability. Same kind of probability as we have in the continuity. Manfred, if you want the wealth charts access to BFF, just email me a note, and I will email them. They have to enable it on their end. Okay, so just email me a note, and I will pass it on to them. Early morning UK. Are you in? It's like it's 12 midnight UK. It's not even early morning. All right, gold is running. Fresh session highs. All right, I'm gonna take the 7 here for just because this is a pretty late run here, and because also I want to show you the reversal trade, which is really cool. You guys want to see the reversal trade? I want to see some yeses in the room. Yeah, 1:15 in the morning. Way too early. Only degenerate gold bugs are going to trade gold in Asia session out of UK. So welcome to the club, Martin. Nice to see you. They only trade in $5 increments. No, I'm trading $2 target, $4 stop, right? On gold. I'm scalping. All my trades are scalp trades because we're trading. They don't have to be. You could take my trades and convert them to a much more different, longer term approach if you want. And I'm happy. I can show you a couple of really good swing approaches that's in this indicator as well. But but my point is that when we're trading for think, we want to be able to. Easiest way to get funded is to stay very controlled on your risk rewards, right? Not to take big stops on your on your trades. That way you're not going to get hit. So the function here is to get everybody funded. And also, I'm just a scalper myself. Okay, does that make sense, Dave? Okay, so this actually may set us up for what I want to show you next, which is the reversal trade. This is not futures. We're trading for Think Capital, CFDs. Okay, at nighttime I don't trade futures. I trade CFDs. Anybody, if you don't have to be a European or an Asian to sign up. Americans can trade CFDs too on a prop firm basis. You can't do it in a brokerage account, but you can open up an account with Think Capital and trade gold as a CFD, and everything else in between. You can trade FX with them as well. So that's the great loophole of American law, is that any American can trade CFDs as long as it's on a prop firm basis, not on a brokerage basis. So go ahead. Give it a shot. They're a great firm. All right. Well, they're still running the highs, so I'm going to stay patient with that. But what I want to show you, I'll show this to you in a second. No, they do. They do accept Think accepts U.S. citizens. So that's why we have such a good relationship with them. We have a lot of U.S. a lot of our customers who want to diversify or just want to trade off of TradingView charts, which are really simple to do. It's all it makes it really easy. Okay, so what I want to show you guys. First of all, there are a lot of people who may be interested in the swing setup. So let me show you the swing setup. Again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, if you want to do the swing setup, you're gonna take away the A setup and you're gonna enable the Christmas tree setup, which is gonna be over here. And let's just do trend only. My Christmas trees. Why is it not showing up? just try this. Hang on just a second. Oh, that's wild. Why is the Christmas tree not showing up? What's going on over here? Oh, there it is. I just had the range. Okay, so we're going to make range greater than. It was greater than. Right. Okay. All right, so here's Christmas tree for those people that are not degenerate scalpers like I am. You can see the Christmas tree is an incredibly smooth continuity setup. And actually, I'm looking here at hang on a second. Let me just make sure this is correct. Yes, 500 ticks. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it does. I guess it really hit it. It shows some really beautiful signals here all the way up. And the way I would trade Christmas trees, I would trade it with a 5-10. So $5 target, $10 stop, which gives you really, really ample room to take trades. And you can see that, it's just taking 1 or 2 good trades for trend slice. Very, very nice. Really, really smooth. So you could trade that if you want on a scalper basis. But I want to go back because, again, I want to just show you the thing that I really love on a reversal basis. I'm going to go back to the A setup. I'm going to suppress Christmas tree. Right, I'm going to take suppress Christmas tree. And what happened here? Oh, and we want the range greater than. I was like, I know it's suppressed. I'm going to suppress it. Okay, so we have range. We want the range filter against the A setup, and I'm going to show you some very, very cool stuff. Probably let's do this in North American session where you really really can see this play out nicely. I'm going to run you through maybe okay. So this is a perfect example. Let's start. I'm going to run you through from like the 10 o'clock hour. I'm going to show you exactly what I love about this kind of a reversal setup. So first of all, what we're doing is, remember, in this case, I'm using a $5 range, which is a very, very loose parameter on this. And it's creating basically lots and lots of A1 labels, right? And the setup that I'm going to show you is very simple to understand. What we're looking for is a 1, 2, 3 reversal. So we have a green label, right? I have a green label over here. And then I get a reversal label. I get a reversal label of the red or purple in this case, the opposite. So I need an A1 in the opposite direction, but that's not the signal. The signal is 1, 2, 3. I need 1 green, 2 consecutive reds, or 1 red, 2 consecutive greens to give myself the reversal setup. And when I have that combination, I have green to 2 reds, it's money in the bank. You can trade that with a 2-4 easily, or you can trade it with like a little bit larger, with a high above this one, and maybe 50% of target. Whatever you want to do, it's a very, very accurate setup. So for example, this is a winner setup, right? Now we have a reversal setup the other way. We have a red with 2 greens. I'm over here. That gives me 2 over here. Great. That's the second reversal setup. Now I have, and then you could literally reverse off the reversal. You made money. Now you have green, 2 reds. Boom. Third reversal, right? Now you have red, 2 greens. Boom. Fourth reversal. Now you have this one's the first one that dies. So this is 4-1. I die. Then I get reversed back out. And now it's 5-1 because this one continues, nicely for continuity, right? Then we have all reds, and this is where it gets really, really good because how like we always were trying to pick the bottom and pick the top of things, but this really gives you this doesn't give you a turn until there's a true turn. So here you have a big, big sell-off, and if you're trading momentum, you just hitting all these A1 reds to the downside, especially if it's in trend. But then when it turns, you have enormous amount of confidence that it's a good turn. And for those of you who like to trade big, you can try to trade it for a big turn, for maybe a 5-10. So here you have red, 2 greens, right? The critical thing here is that you're only going to get these greens and reds against a range breakout. It's not like every single green, every single red. And because it's range expansion, it creates the filter you need to make sure that this is a true turn. So this is a true turn. Now it keeps going back up, blah, blah, blah. Here's 2 more reds against that. So green to red, you get a little bit of a dip here. And then finally, oh, this is 12 noon. You have like a little bit of flatness. Although, why is this a 5-point? I guess is this a 5-point range? Let's see. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. 12. Really? Is this a 5-point range? It's 4 points. Ah, sorry guys. Fuck. I want to make sure that because the critical secret sauce here is the range. So this is 5. Yeah, this is 11 points. I guess these are big ranges. I didn't realize these are big ranges. Yes. So this, I mean, this clearly, here's, green to 2 reds. That's a very easy turn. Red to 2 greens, very easy turn, right? And then we keep going, keep going, keep going. You will get, you're going to get stuffed. Like, 1 out of every 5 is going to be a false trade, which is fine. You're trading with a 1 to 2. It's incredibly good odds. Here's 2 greens against the red. Nice clean turn, right? And now you start to get, again, 2 reds against the green. There's a little bit choppy trade here, but this is all within the 5. I actually traded this afternoon, and it worked really, really well. So in this case, I think 91. This one just kind of died out, but this reversal worked nicely. The cool thing is, if one doesn't work, it's going the other way. That you just flip the position, go the other way, and the position generally is going to work the other way, right? Here the range gets very, very tight, so we don't have any signals. But now the range expands. This is all reds, so we don't have a trade, and we're looking for boom. Here, right here, we turn ourselves around, and we get a chance for a reversal trade right up there. See how cool that is? 1 green, 2 reds for a down draft. Remember, it's always the 2 is to the trade signal. So you need 2 to the trade signal. So you're looking, when you're doing a reversal, you're going from red to green. You need two greens to give you a buy. When you're going from green to red, you need 2 reds to give you a sell, right? That's the whole point. You go from green to red, you need 2 reds to give you a sell. That gives you the confidence to sell. Is that clear to everybody? Dave, are you clear on that? Everybody good on this? And this, by the way, works great on NASDAQ. Like on NASDAQ, it was just money. But on NASDAQ, we obviously have to control. What's the range here? I don't even know what the ticks are on NASDAQ. But is it 4,000? I don't even know. Let me just see. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's 4,000. Okay, it's a $40 range, right? So, and actually, what I did is I loosened the range down to like $30, 30 points. And I think that gives you a relatively decent amount of signals, right? So this one, I was trading NASDAQ actually all afternoon long. Took my account up $400 just literally trading micro lots, not even big ones. So this is a good example. You got all these reds, green, second green. You long here for 10, 20, 47 to 57. Very, very easy, right? Green to 2 reds. You long here for 10. Boom, you make the 10, right? One single green, not a signal. 2 continuous reds, it's a sell signal. You go for it. Here's a red. You're looking for this green, and no signal. This red, first green, second green over here, right over here, 710. You're looking for 720, and obviously within 2 or 3 candles, that gets done. Back down to reversal. This one, I think you survived it. 705. It goes to 15 against you, and then drops like a stone, and you make money. And then finally, at 1530, the red against green. red, 1, 2, boom. Once you start seeing it, it becomes super, super easy to trade this. Super, super easy to trade this in a full manner, you know. So let me just change my ticks here. Oh wait, I'm in replay mode. Okay. So as a matter of fact, hey, you know, we might get a look what we got. We have green. We have first red. If we get a second red, remember this red is only going to print if the range is big enough. If it's 5, then we're going to be able to sell it and see if we can make the reversal trade. So we might get a reversal trade tonight. Just kind of show you how that will work. I don't know if the strategy would work on a 15-minute chart or a 1-hour chart. We spent our days on the 1-minute chart. You're welcome to apply it on longer-term charts. I've seen people use it on longer-term charts. That's just not what we trade, because, you know, we're trading live. We're doing lots of different trades, and, you know, we're just scalping. So you could apply it to different time frames. The concept should be similar. Price action repeats itself on all time frames, but because we're trading the most granular time frame with the greatest amount of samples and the greatest amount of opportunities, we have the best data set. Like, you know, like we get to experience this every single day, 10, 20 times a day. So we know what's working, what doesn't work, helps us really, really adjust our tactics because we get to practice a lot. So this is really designed. I mean, everything I do is on a 1-minute chart, but you obviously can extend it if you wanted to, you know. Oh, wait, hold on a second, guys. Holy shit. Bear with me. I got to do something. Okay. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me one sec. Default. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to get something organized. So here comes the red signal. This is like kind of a weird structure, but we'll give it a shot. Let's, you know, why not? Let's sell it. Let's see if this works. Mainly, the reason why it's a weird structure is because generally, the way I've been trading this is you get lower lows on the reds, but here you have like 2 reds, kind of, you know, in a very, very weak fashion. We'll give it a shot. We're basically trading against the high of the day. Whether it's going to, you know, it may run back up to the highs and stop us out. This is not clearly a really clean turn formation. And also because gold is such a positive flow trade, the turn formations are always better to the upside than to the downside. But the point here is just to show you the principle, to let you guys understand dynamics. And I'd rather show it to you than it's much easier to see it than it is to, you know, to describe it. I'm always a believer that you should see the trades good in action. So you have this like this great 1-2 combo of momentum, you know, bang the highs, bang the highs, bang the highs. And then when you get the reversals and the price action just kind of goes, you know, wavy up and down, you have all these opportunities to make money on the waves. And then if you're a really good swing trader, you could like take that wave and, you know, trade it all the way up to, you know, from the bottom to the top on a daily swing basis, all because you have this great structure to be able to trade from. And when do we use the 5-point range? You know, listen, you should really be using an 8-point range, but I made it 5-point just to give us more signals. I think 5-point is okay in Asia. Like within, you know, in Asia, 5-point, it's going to give you more false. Like right now, it's probably giving me a false signal, right? You're gonna suffer a little bit more false signals, but I don't think so much that it's going to hurt you. The point being is I wanted to generate, you know, some trade ideas, so I loosened my parameters. You know, if I was really being adamant about it, I wouldn't. You know, I would stick to like an 8-point range. But you know, then you wouldn't have any trade samples, and I want to show you some trade ideas. So I guess take that answer for what it's worth. I would trade with a 5-point range in Asia because I'd want to take my take trades. I think the point is because it's a 1 to 2 risk reward, and you're kind of hitting like, you're like a 5-1 ratio. Even a 4-1 ratio is a good ratio, but a 5-1 ratio is excellent on a 2 to 1 reward. So you're not really not putting yourself into a lot of trouble. Guys, quick question. I'm just curious. Do you hear me okay? I have like a brand new camera setup. It's a little bit further away from me. I just want to make sure that the audio is good and the visuals are good. Did you guys see me okay? Because I'm going to try and use this because Kay is like yelling at me because I'm using like a little desktop ghetto ass camera, and so she made me buy like a big tripod. But I want to make sure that you guys are seeing me okay off the tripod. Audio is good. Oh, that's great. All right, so it's definitely working. Looking good, feeling good, Billy Ray. Where's that from, Ben? The greatest trading movie ever made, Trading Places. Absolutely the great. If you've never seen that movie, or if you've seen it 1,000 times, literally the greatest trading movie ever made. The other day, I forgot who was the director of the movie. For some reason, I stumbled this maybe it was on Twitter. I stumbled. Maybe it was on TikTok. I don't remember where it was, but he had outtakes from when Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd would just like they asked them, like they were supposed to do like this promotion for a movie. This is at a time when movie theaters were a big thing, and all the big movie chains. They usually do this big show, like a preview show. So the stars would, preview the movie for them. And these guys just basically went totally off script as, started just free flowing, doing comedy bits. And he had like the whole thing was like 10 minutes of like the funniest shit ever. I don't want to do disservice to it by telling you what they did, but if you can find it, like the Trading Places outtakes, Eddie Murphy especially, like just kills it. They just do like a 10-minute. John Landis, right? John Landis was the director, and he had like a 10-minute. That he said he actually found it. I guess what it was is like this was just outtakes, and he found it in his garage, and he just decided to put it online. It's really hilarious. So, anyways, this turn is wobbly. But that's not the point. The point is you get the idea of how to trade the turn properly. Ideally, I'd love to see the turn be low, obviously lower lows. I mean, I actually did not see any of this shit before, where you have a higher low on a sell signal, and I probably shouldn't have taken it. Probably the idea here is like, hey, if the second sell signal is not lower than the first one, you just wait patiently until you get a third signal to go with. It's probably what I should be doing, but I wanted to just show you the principle of the idea, because during North America, this happens a lot. Like every 20, 30 minutes, you get a turn trade, and it's very lucrative if you can time it properly. All right, Dave, I'm going to put your comment on the screen so we can walk through it. So, look at this. Like, I'm kind of like, look at this whole new. I didn't realize they had like a StreamYard has like this whole new look of comments, which is just enormous, by the way. What the fuck? Or is this like a? Hold on a second, guys. Maybe somebody screwed up because this looks like a really huge size comment, right? Is there a way for us to fix this? All right, I'm not going to worry about it for now. Anyways, so yes, you get 1 green, 2 reds, start trade. Then you ride the trade. No, I'm sorry. For the turn trade, it's just a 2-4, like 2-point target, 4-point stop. It's a quick reversal, right? The 5 to 5 points to 10 points, and this points, that's not pips, that's 50 pips, 100 pips. That's for the Christmas tree trade, which is the much more, swingy trade. So anyways, this thing stops us out, which is not a surprise as everything goes through session highs. But range is kind of muted, so they really don't have any breakout signals. So we're not going to take any breakout signals. Matter of fact, if I was really gonna just gamble, I would try to sell this double top here right now for shits and giggles. But I'm going to try to behave myself and not do that. See if we get any further trade signals. But where this shines is in high volatility sessions, which is NASDAQ North America, gold, 7 a.m. to 12 noon North America, where you have these big wave-like swings, and you're catching the waves. And if you really wanted to just only catch, obviously you could say I'm going to be, remember we talked about the idea of being buy biased. If you're just buy biased in gold on this type of a structure, you're only taking the red to greens 1-2 winner, right? Red to greens 1-2 winner. Red to greens 1-2 winner, right? Red to greens 1-2. This is a 94 to 96 winner, right? Red to greens 1-2 winner. Red to greens. This is the first loser. This is the only loser. I think I've had 6 winners in a row where I showed you. This one just dies out. This one dies out over here on the turn. And this is a winner for 2. This does continue for us. 11 to 13, right? 1-2 green, especially. And by the way, where this really shines is obviously the 7 to 11, the prime hour, the prime trade hour, where you really get some great clean long-term trades. So red to green 1-2 winner. Here you could probably, if you were sort of more of a swing trader, you could definitely do bigger trades. This one, I think the only problem with this one is just the volatility here was enormous, right? So we were like at 18, it comes back down. Yeah, it just comes out and then comes back out. It just happens. You're going to get the stop out and retrace. It's the 1-2 winner here. This is nice, clean reversal. And obviously 9:30, red to green, huge winner. This is post news, right? Like we had the news. So we have the red post news, which was positive gold, red, green. This is actually the great trade. Post news, back to trend trade, red, 2 greens over here, boom, massive winner, right? Like this could be a structural trade for 5-10 points on post news, So there's like a lot of really interesting opportunities for all of this stuff. Oh, sorry, my dog is sleeping, barking in her sleep. Okay, so we're going to be very patient here, and unfortunately, this is not. I need the range to expand, but if I get range expansion, and I get a red label that is actually lower than this label, that would be a legitimate turn signal for us, and we'll try to trade the turn. Okay. I always ride the trade to stop a target. Yes, I don't manage trades. So we kind of died out a little bit on the movement here. So we'll wait patiently to see what happens. But I need this range to expand to 5 points before any of these signals start to pop on the screen. Gold is actually like, what are we up? About 64 basis points. That's not a bad move here. It's a big move. We just had the big move from 7 to 8. Usually the move is like 8 to 9. All right, let's be patient. We're still at 485 ticks. We're still not quite at the 5-point range expansion. Let's see if it's going to give me a red label. So far, no. You want to do BFF indicator to MT5? Can you? What's the way, please? It's not. It doesn't have like all this functionality on MT5. I may work on the A1. I may work on the A1 functionality actually, and create that for MT5. And then when I do, I'll let people know. I'm working on a much bigger MT5 project, which I will reveal eventually. But it's really like a much more bigger thing. No, I don't use any of those. I don't use Bollinger Bands, RSIs, EMAs, ATRs, none. The ATR function is the range function, which is pure price. I try to stay as pure price as possible. With everything here, the only derivatives are the moving averages. Everything else is literally price driven. So these labels are all driven off of price. The trend location is the only thing that uses moving average, and it uses simple moving averages, nothing complicated. I like all those indicators, but if I stay, especially on a scalping side, if we stay true closest to price, the least amount of derivative into our inputs, we should be able to have the fastest, cleanest signal to where we want to go. No, we're just churning here. Nothing much going on here, guys. Don't forget, I'm going to trade tomorrow with you guys, right? So please come back again, same time, same station. Let me put Think Capital up there. Our friends at Think. Kathy, by the way, let me see if I can put this on here. If you guys want, one of the things that's great about Think is if you open an account with Think, Kathy gives you her BK Traders Trend. BK Trend? Do I have this? Yeah. Her SMA and EMA meters. Let me show you what those look like. Wow, is that right? Holy shit, look at gold. Gold is literally all green. Whoa. This is the BK SMA simple moving average on green. It's the only thing that's starting to turn red is the 5-minute chart. Everything is just super bullish. Wow, holy shit, is gold bullish. I did not realize it was that bullish. That is crazy. So this is a very cool little tool that you can obviously use to help you orient yourself a little bit, and that comes free with any Think account. That if you open a Think account, just tell us that you bought it, and we'll give you the access to this in case you guys are interested. Holy cow! I didn't realize it was that bullish. I wonder what do you think is the EMA meter? Let's see what the EMA meter does. Is the EMA. EMA is just literally all bullish, just all green. So this really shows how strong gold is to the upside, and it shows that if you're going to use the reversal trade, you probably just only want to take the red to double greens, because that's where the money is at. That's where the money is at. But yeah, it's nice, right? Nice. I'll mute both of those off the thing. So it doesn't look like we have any more trades. I'll hang with you guys for like another 10 minutes, but I don't know if I have. Unless this thing starts to turn to the downside and I start range expansion and I get the red signal, I'm twiddling my thumbs here. But I'm hoping I get one more red signal so we can short this and you guys can get a good idea. Oh, there's the red signal, right? Down. All right, let's play this. I'm going to sell this. Wait, let's do this way. Sell. All right. So we'll give it a shot. So this is obviously lower low than this one, not by much, but it was a big reversal move. And then we'll see if I get any kind of continuity. Maybe I'll move this up a little bit just to see if we can get this trade down. See if gold topped out a little bit. I'm going to put the SMA meter in the corner here just to show you the first inkling of red on the 5, like the first weakness of gold we've seen in a long time, right? Let's see if this comes down. Okay, I'll see you guys in the morning. The particular variant that I'm showing, the strategy that I'm showing right now, is basically the turn strategy. And the turn strategy requires a couple of things. It requires what we call a range filter. So the price needs to actually be moving in a big enough range so that these signals are meaningful, right? And these signals only appear if the range is 5 points or larger over the last 10 candles. So we've been just kind of in a very small choppy range. It finally kind of broke the 5 barrier and it showed us a couple of red signals. Although we're really seeing very, very little continuity, like gold is just chopping around. My true range filter is 8 points, not 5 points, but I put 5 points on here because I wanted to kind of generate more signals for you guys. So at least you get a chance to see some trades in action. But the trade itself is a very, very simple sequence. We're looking for a green, red for a sell, or a red, green for a buy. If you really, really want to be strict about it, you only do, let's say, buy side turns, because this is positive. Gold is positive trend, so you only do red to green transitions, because those are the highest probability transitions in an uptrend. But I'm doing them both ways because I want to show you more trades, frankly, and take a little bit more signals. So the cool thing is that you're not going to get the turn signal for the most part until there actually is at least a semblance of weakness on the chart. Doesn't mean that all of this is going to work all the time, and obviously working against trend is hard, because gold really is just dominant. It just refuses to die, right? Gold really refuses to die. So this could be my second turn stop out today, as the shorting an uptrend is not working. What a surprise! But I wanted to show you the examples because on a day-to-day basis, and especially in an instrument like Nasdaq, in midday, this is one of the best things you can do. Right now, obviously, buying a you know, buying a sell-off in gold is not the smartest thing you can do. We could actually, by the way, get a reversal back up to fresh highs, and then I would, like right now we have a red. If I have two green ones, not one label but two green labels, that would give us an impetus to go higher because we'd be breaking fresh highs. As is, by the way, if this thing stays green, we're at session highs, I'll go long anyways because we love to take momentum trades through session highs. So neon greens on session highs or neon reds on session lows are always good trades for us. Let me mute this out. Oops, did I mute the wrong thing? What did I just do? Oh, I just blew myself. Wait, no. This is where I want to mute. Mute. Okay. All right, one. Let's go long. Let's go long and strong here. So session breakout. Let's see if you're going to run the highs. Clearly, a very, very strong bid in gold, right? Coming from everywhere in the world. And it feels almost like it's inevitable, that it's on its path to 5,000 eventually, right? Obviously, the single best trade in gold, either from a very, very long-term perspective or just from even a micro structure perspective, is just to simply buy every positive turn in gold because you're almost always going to be redeemed, right? Hopefully this will be the case as well. We'll see. Right at session highs here. All right, one last time for my friends at Think Capital. Oops, wrong. Sorry. Starting to move. Come on, move it. Let's move it. It's very, very slow. All right, I'm just gonna take this trade here, guys, at +5 because I got to run. But the purpose, as always, is to show you the concept, to show you the tools, so you guys get really, really interested in trading with me. I will be trading, of course. There we go. Of course, it's inevitable. The moment I close, it always goes to target. It's just the Newton's law of life, Murphy's rule of life. What I was going to say is tomorrow we're trading the second day of U.S. inflation. Really, really good opportunity to get funded in one single trade because we're going to straddle the trades tomorrow. So 8 o'clock in the morning, if you want to come join me. If you're in Asia, it's obviously going to be evening for you, so it'll be nice. We'll be trading gold. We'll be trading NASDAQ. There'll be a lot of volatility. And these waves that are kind of very, very shallow right now are going to be very, very wide tomorrow. And it's going to give those turn trades that I showed you really great opportunity to run, and to trade. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. But in the meantime, I'll leave you with all these ideas to be able to to make money out of the moves. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night. Any final questions? Anything else on your mind? I'm happy to answer anything that's on your mind. before we go? No? All right, cool. Yeah, Ben, I'm really excited to look at the wealth charts. I didn't know that the wealth charts had published because they didn't tell me, of course. It'd be nice if they told me. But if they did publish it, that's really, really nice. So it's really good. Okay, I think if we wait for another 10,000 years, this thing is going to actually hit the target. But I'll leave you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby. And then it hits the target. All right. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. The momentum trade works like money, like not like money, like honey. It works like honey, almost always, and I love it. So I'll leave that with you, and then of course we put the turn trade into play tomorrow as well. And if you really, really want to combine the best of both worlds, we'll take the turn trade to the upside in gold because that's really the money trade in gold. All right, guys, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day, night. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.